With this video, we are working with the quick selection tool and two images, the duck and the penguin. So please download those two images to your folder, and we will begin working. Okay, the first file that we're going to work with is the duck file. So bring that into your workspace. You just click and drag it in and then size it so that you can see what you're doing. Command plus makes it bigger. Command minus makes it smaller. Command or control. So make it the size that you can work with it, and we'll begin. Okay, the tool that we're going to use is the quick selection tool. And it's the fourth tool down in your toolbox. And it looks like a paintbrush with a little selection around it. Okay, so we're going to select that one. And when we do, we see that the tool option bar, which is contextual, which is a contextual menu, no matter which tool you select, this will change to accommodate that, to give you options. Okay, it gives you the add to selection icon, the new selection icon, the add to selection icon, and the subtract from selection. It also gives you the picker, and we're going to double click the picker to pick what we want as far as the size of a brush goes. So we want 30 pixels. You're going to type that in. Our hardness is going to stay at 100%. Our spacing is going to stay at 25. If you don't have those attributes in there, you can type them in your little dialog box, and then you click on the picker, and that's what size our brush will be. Now I'm going to bring my brush over to the document, and it looks a little small when I see it on the background. So I'm going to use my bracket key to make it a little larger, and then I'm going to start kind of painting. So you kind of paint in the direction of the selection, and there you have it. Our background is completely selected. That was very easy. But what we want is the duck. We don't really want the background. So, but sometimes it's easier to select the background than to select the target image. So that's what our strategy was with this one. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Photoshop menu and select inverse. Okay. So now we've got the actual duck selected. Now in our directions, it says to go to the tool option bar and say refine edge. Well, we don't have refine edge anymore in 2021. We have select and mask. So it's the same directions. We're just going to click on that button and you get a property panel. And in that, there's a lot more than we see in the refine edge, but we just want the same ones that they have showing in the directions. So we're just going to select the feather option, and we're going to put in 1 pixel. And we're going to shift the edge -56%. And you're going to see what that does to our edge once we drag it over into the penguin picture. It makes it a much softer edge, and we don't want that hard National Enquirer look when we do select images to merge with other images. So this gives us a nice feathered edge. So what you do is you hit return and then hit it again, and we've got our selection. Okay, now we're going to get our second image up, which we have open. It's hiding up there in the application bar. So we're going to go to Window, Arrange, 2 up vertical, and we're going to get the penguin picture up. Okay, so there's the penguin picture side by side with our selection of the duck. Now, what we are going to do is move the duck into the penguin photo. So with our move tool, we are going to go right into the middle of that selected duck very forcefully with our move tool and grab it and drag it into the picture. Now you don't see it right away, but your arrow's there. So there you have the duck inside the penguin picture. We're going to turn off the duck image. We don't need it. We don't save it. And now we're going to drag that penguin picture out into our workspace so we can actually see it. And there's the duck inside the penguin picture. So we have him successfully merged in there. And you see the edge is kind of soft. So that's what we did when we went in there in that property panel and refined the edge. We just put a feather on it to make it nice and soft. And so now this duck thinks he's a penguin and he's in there. But what we're going to do is I want to show you just a couple more things before we close out of here. You Command T and you select that image, and you can make him smaller or larger by grabbing that corner point and dragging it down. Um, you don't want to distort the image. That's the first sign of an amateur. So make sure you carefully move that. You can also rotate the image. So what you do to rotate it is you hover around the corner and then you just turn it, so you can rotate it and you can put the duck wherever you would like to put him. You can also use your move keys to move it up or down. And on the image, I'm actually using my move key, but it's not moving. So I'm going to go back to my move tool and I'm going to move them up here. And then you save as, or just save with your first save. And then we can save as, because we didn't name it originally. So this is, you're saving it on your computer. Wherever you save it, you're going to put your last name right here, an underscore. Week 2 exercise penguins, save it as a PSD file, and then we're going to submit that. Okay. Thank you.